At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Minnesota's offense takes the field. Historically, guys, Michigan has kept a death grip on the little brown jug. Gophers hoping to put that thing in play today.
And you see that little brown jug in the celebration after every Michigan-Minnesota game. And you're right, Michigan has had it for the majority of the time. Minnesota knows that. We got to do something about that today.
Yeah, Minnesota plays in a lot of trophy games, don't they? But this is one they would love to put in the trophy case a lot more consistently. To do that, they have got to match the intensity of Michigan in this game, and they have got to be more physical than what they've shown in recent years.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Afterburners coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
how about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's high. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Michigan completely controlled this rivalry game last year and just took the jug away from the Gophers.
Listen, Michigan's a program at this point with recent success. They're thinking about national championships. We've seen them in the college football playoff here in recent years. This is a rivalry game against Minnesota.
And he's running in the open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Number 27. Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get to the end zone. Nice run.
And they tacked on the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
The give to the back. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. Take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Leaves it with the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Another Golden Gopher.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well give it to him again. He locked up and held on to bring him down. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then?
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. To the air, it's Murray. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 30. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC.
Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get behind the defense.
It's
catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Running to the left. Turns it on in midfield. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking for space. It's Woods. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground to try to move the chains. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th. They'll try it on the ground. The Wolverines get enough to move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll let one go down the right side.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one you'd like to have back.
Incompletion on 1st down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. This time it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start the 2nd half.
Number 13, set to kick it away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
First and 10.
That offense rolling again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
On second down, wants to throw it. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down with it.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Finds the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
To throw, it's Murray. This time he's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. He's looking to throw it, using the quick game.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Golden Gophers will try to punch it in on first and goal. The give to the left side. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium. but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Movement here from the tight end. Running back searching for a hole. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Got it in the middle. It's McAfee. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Gain of 35 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Pony.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking for a man. It's Murray. Finds his back in the middle. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. It's complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Excellent job walking through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They're going to throw it again. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the hands, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go.
The expressway is wide open. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented in Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to cast Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in a passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. To the air, it's Murray. Quickly complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. He's going to pass. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. Now after the short completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He looks that one in nicely. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Golden Gophers will have it first and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Looking downfield, it's Murray. Getting some heat. Took a shot as he threw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
And the Golden Gophers will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
The incompletion brings us to second and 10. To the air, it's Murray trying to get to him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Michigan.
So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
That makes the score. Michigan 52, Minnesota 23.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.